Rack focus. Hey everybody, Johnny O from the Plot Hole, and today we're going to talk about 10 stupid things flat earthers say. Check it out. So in my research, my flat earth style YouTube video research, I've come across 10 really stupid things that flat earthers say. And in no particular order, here we go. Number 10.
And then Mark said that he was a member of the Flat Earth Society. And I said, oh, Mark, what are you on to now?
This is what it is.
Excuse me, anyone ever told you the earth is flat?
I think number 10 we have to start with the earth is flat. That's got to be one of the dumbest things flat earthers say.
Hi, the earth is flat. I can prove it.
I don't think so. Here's one of my favorites, the SpaceX launch, okay? So when we had the Falcon booster, we have video here of the Falcon boosters. And flat earthers swear up and down that they can see a mouse or rat on the engine. Let's take a look at this video. Here we see on the booster something move. Well, flat earthers are saying that's a mouse because obviously space is fake and therefore SpaceX is fake. It's all CG. Wait, I can't do the creaky blinder. He does it better than I do. Anyway, space is fake, so whatever. Now let's take a look at this here for a second. The Falcon 9 rocket booster is 12 feet in diameter. Think about that for a second. I want you to think about a 12-foot trampoline and how big that is. Okay. Imagine you saw a rat as big as that piece of ice in that picture. That's what we need to be looking at. The size of that fucking rat. Is that a New York rat that's stowed away on that damn thing? I mean, I live in Texas and I've seen some big ass field rats. But I have never seen one that's almost as big as I am. Jesus Christ. Here's one of my favorites. We have Nathan Oakley here, who looks like Arnie from What's Eating Gilbert Grape, all growed up. I'm sorry, I shouldn't make fun of Arnie.
No, I can't prove it. I can only support it with evidence.
So Nathan here thinks that he can only support the flat earth with evidence. Oh, really? What evidence is that? What your naked eye can see? What your pea brain can comprehend? Sorry there, buddy, but it doesn't cut the mustard. Another one of these that I love, when flat earthers talk about the NASA budget, it's $52 million a day, I believe is what they say. $52 million a day. Now let's think about this. You have a corporation who hires people, scientists, so on, and they have overhead, they've got experiments to run, things to do. $52 million a day. I understand if I had $52 million a day being one person, I would absolutely, yes, I would be Jeff Bezos. Well, maybe Jeff Bezos on a really, really bad day. But $52 million a day seems like a lot, but I think it comes out to like 60 cents or something like that per American. So less than what you can buy a soda for per American citizen is what the NASA budget is. But yeah, so apparently because they make $52 million a day, that pays for all the CGI and all the lies that NASA purports. Doesn't pay for that iPhone they came up with or helped develop. It doesn't pay for, well, they didn't help develop the iPhone, I guess. Not directly, but cell phone technology didn't help pay for that. Doesn't help pay for any of the cool stuff that they've given us over the past 20, 30 years. No, it's all CGI to keep lying to you about the shape of the Earth. Now, this guy, this is just something stupid that he says. And I wanted to put it in there because why not? This is red pill philosophy. Yeah. Check this out.
Hey guys, a little bit late, but I'm up doing a little bit of high IQ, skeptic research.
Oh, I'm just up here late doing some high IQ skepticism research. High IQ. Let me twist my mustache as I do some high IQ skeptic research. Get the fuck out of here. I'm willing to bet that if we doubled your IQ, it would still be in the single digits.
Long before the theory of gravity was a glimmer in Newton's imagination, the natural physics of density and buoyancy already perfectly explained why apples fall down.
All right, so here's another one of my all-time favorites. In order to debunk the heliocentric model, we have to just completely get rid of gravity, apparently, because you can't have gravity on a flat Earth because it doesn't work, right? So what brings things down? These flat earthers think that it's density and buoyancy. Well, here's a problem with that. Why does everything fall down? Why not to the side or diagonally? Or why does everything go up? If it's truly to do with density, isn't the air less dense the higher up we get? So if that's the case, why wouldn't something that is more dense go up when we let it go versus down? Why does everything fall straight down at the same rate of speed? Well, not necessarily the same rate of speed, but at the same rate. Everything falls down. I drop this pen, I let go, it falls down. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go this way, it doesn't go that way, even though the air above it is supposed to be less dense than the air below it, more dense. Why would this fall down? Why does something that, again, like a bowling ball, why wouldn't that go up? Isn't the air less dense the higher up we get? Haven't we noticed that? That the air density gets much, much thinner the farther up we go? So why does it go down? Can you explain that? Oh, buoyancy. Well, buoyancy has nothing to do with why things fall. Buoyancy is basically an object's ability to float in water. And if buoyancy is true, why do ice cubes float with, like a tenth of it underwater? 9/10 are above water, but 1/10 is underwater. Why is that? And of course, I don't know if those are true, accurate measurements, but you understand what I'm saying. If ice truly floats in water because of buoyancy and there's no such thing as gravity, nothing should be pulling it down. If ice truly floated, like density and buoyancy were the thing, if ice truly floated on water, why is it being pulled down at least partially underneath? Why is it partially submerged? See, density and buoyancy they didn't explain that phenomenon. Gravity does.
Yeah, there's no moon. No moon. Oh, cringe. No, there's no moon.
Oh, get a load of this jackass. This guy fancies himself a comedian. And this comedian I guess he just moonlights as a NASA scientist. But the moon doesn't exist according to this guy.
Well,
There's no moon. That thing you see out there, it's not a moon. Not a moon. No moon. No. That's his methodology of explaining what the moon is.
It's a lesser light. It shines. It's the night light. That's what my wife calls it. It's just a night light. She's so nice.
Oh, that's so sweet. His wife calls it a lesser light. That's just so cute. If his wife calls it a lesser light, then I guess it must be a lesser light. Fuck.
The matter is, there's pictures, and you've seen these things more than likely, or you're seeing one right here of the sun seemingly sitting right above the clouds where the rays kind of splay out into these different directions, showing where if you trace the rays back to these, this singular source, these are called crepuscular rays. If you trace these rays back to the source from each side, you'll see it goes straight to the sun, and you can pretty much triangulate the location of the sun using those sun rays. The only thing is, we've been brainwashed for so long to believe that the sun's so far away that when we see these rays, we'll say, that's just a coincidence. It's some sort of optical illusion, or the sun's actually at that distance, but it's refraction. Light works differently out there with the sun, when in actuality that's not the case.
The sun is small and local. Well, let me ask you a question. The higher up you go, does it get hotter or colder? Now, I don't know about you, but if I take a light, like say we'll take a soft white bulb or whatever, take any kind of light source, and you turn it on, right? Get one of those 100-watt bulbs, just because. We'll try that with one of those. Get one of those 100-watt bulbs, turn it on. Now I want you to go 10 feet away from it, take a measurement of the temperature, and then I want you to go 5 feet away from it, take a measurement of the temperature, and then I want you to get right up on it, take a measurement of the temperature. Does the temperature get colder the closer you get to the light source, or does it get warmer? So if it's local, why does it not get hotter the higher up we go? Another thing, and again, I'm no scientist, but this just basic level understanding of, I don't know, we call it common sense. This is basic level understanding of what's really going on. If the sun were localized to the earth, right? So the flat earth idea is that the sun, here's the earth and the sun is kind of like right above here. If it didn't set, that it just moves away linearly, if the sun just moves away in a straight line like so, even if it's doing that silly figure 8 thing that they talk about, then why does it go away, and why does it disappear bottom up? Why shouldn't you still be able to see it even if it was that far away? I mean, something that can illuminate the entire surface or the entire northern hemisphere or the entire American continent. I don't care. We'll talk about that. North America. All of North America can be illuminated by this local light. You would think that if it got far enough away, how far does it have to go before we don't see this light anymore? It doesn't make sense. And why does it disappear bottom up? Makes no sense. Well, it's perspective. That's an honorable mention for dumb things that these motherfuckers say. Perspective doesn't explain it. I've got to say, one of my all-time favorites, as a Kariki Blinder would say, CGI. He does it so much better than I do because he's got that non-Welsh accent. Give me some money for that one. But yeah, so here's the thing. CGI. Biggest thing the flat earthers go to talking about NASA. We've got pictures of the Earth from outer space. No, those are cartoons. Those are fake. They've got to be fake, and nobody got to believe that. NASA said they were fake. They used composite images. It's it's a cartoon. Whereas, yes, one NASA scientist did say, I don't know if he's a scientist, but somebody from NASA, I can't remember his name, and don't really give a fuck because what he has to say is more important than who he is. Let's back this up a minute. I want you to do this. On your telephone, if you have panoramic photo capabilities, do a panoramic photo and tell me what happens. Okay? What is your phone doing when it's taking panoramic pictures, right? So you stay here in the middle, or you start from over here to the right, and you take pictures. Are you taking one picture, or are you taking a bunch of continuous pictures that your phone is then converting into one large panoramic view photograph? That's a computer-generated image, is it not? So why is that real, yet what the NASA pictures... So NASA pictures are basically a bunch of different types of images taken. They calculate data. They use the data from different types of imaging sources, and they put it together, right? So you've got red, green, blue, RGB, and utterly important. But what they do is they take these different images and they layer them on top of each other to get what the actual picture is. Now, this happens in regular photography light as well. That's why whenever you look at like old film, if you were to take a 35 millimeter camera, like a film camera, whenever you go get your pictures developed way back when I was a kid, you actually had to go to stores and you took in your camera and then the film, they would take the film out of your camera and put it in this big fucking machine and they would develop your pictures, right? So that's called getting your pictures developed. It was really cool. It was awesome. You got physical copies of your pictures and you got what they call the negatives, right? So they were the reverse of the image. So if you held up that film, the actual film, those were the reverse of the colors that you had on your actual picture. Does that mean those are fake? No, it doesn't. So just because there's a composite image of the Earth, which means, again, composite, taking things a bunch, boom, 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 doesn't mean it's fake, doesn't mean it's CGI. You motherfuckers don't even know what CGI is. You motherfuckers think that SpaceX launch was CGI. Ooh. I would love to see the studio or whoever that can do all that shit live while as it's happening and still I mean, come on. You ever actually stop and think about the stupid shit you're saying? The fuck out of here. Now we're going to talk about this asshole one more time. We might talk about him again. I don't know, but he's pretty fucking stupid. Pretty much everything that comes out of his mouth is utter fucking just silliness.
10 miles, how much Earth curve should we see, Team Skeptic?
See, that's the how ignorant your question is, because you're not giving me a viewer height. You're not giving me anything.
At sea level.
At sea level. Okay, so
how much should Earth drop downward in 10 miles with
there's
zero observer height,
There's an
team?
equation out there that is...
It's 8 inches per mile squared.
No, it's not 8 inches.
Yes, we're talking about Nathan Thompson yet again. I kind of want to find him and fart in his general direction.
If you do have a depiction of the graph, thanks so much. If you have a graph...
No, I was just asking Earth curve at 10 miles. If it's a ball, like he said, 25,000 miles around, you could plug it into AutoCAD.
I'll answer your question.
At 10 miles, there should be a vertical drop. Yeah, please stop interrupting while I dismantle your globe religion. Okay? So, at 10 miles, the Earth should drop vertically if we're on a globe. No matter what, okay? The Earth would have to drop vertically, tangent to your feet, if the Earth is a globe. We do not observe a tangent vertical drop to our feet anywhere. That's why you can see Mount San Jacinto from 123 miles. You got a 20-mile blink test. I raise your 20-mile blink test to 123 miles.
Back to what I was saying at the beginning.
Please don't interrupt. We let you rant and run around and dance around and show your videos for quite some time, okay?
We'll give you a little bit.
Say,
Still,
so Earth curve at 10 miles, an answer. Do we have an answer for how much vertical drop we should see from sea level for Earth curve at 10 miles?
Nathan Thompson thinks he's an amazing flat Earth activist. Again, another stupid thing that flat earthers say. I'm an amazing... You're not an activist. Okay, there's nothing good that's coming out of what you're doing. You're harassing children, you're harassing old people, you're putting on this, oh, look, I'm so self-important, self-righteous, la, 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 I'm a good guy, I'm waking up the world. No, you're not waking up the world. You're not helping out children. You're not doing anything good with your life, okay? Nathan, you want to be a good activist? Apologize to everybody you've harassed, beg for their forgiveness, make amends, get a job, and contribute to society. Stop selling your poorly put together, misinformed, typo-filled, flat earth flyers bullshit and do something actually productive. Burning dog shit in someone's backyard is not productive. It's not cool. You're just an idiot. You're just fucking stupid. And you're a joke. You're a joke. Dude, you thought JM Truth was your saving grace.
Because it's accurate up to 1,000 miles.
How would you...
So Nathan here using the argument that 8 inches per mile squared is good because it's accurate up to 1,000 miles. Keep in mind that the globe is 25,000 miles roughly in circumference. Saying that that's okay to use because it's accurate up to 1,000 miles is like him saying that he has a 10-inch because that's accurate up to a quarter of an inch. All right, folks, that was the top 10 dumbest things that flat earthers say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I might make another one covering some more dumb things that flat earthers say as I find them. Sourcing this stuff can be exhausting. I mean, listening to these idiotic arguments is exhausting. But hey, look, you guys like it, and it's fun to do. And again, I like to point and laugh. So, haha to all you flat earthers. Real quick, if you like the shirt that I'm wearing, oh, check it out. I don't know if you can see it very well. Look, yep. It says Plot Holes. It says My Ugly Mug, and that's Jeremy. My Ugly Mug, Jeremy. Yeah. So if you like the shirt, you can get yours on theplothole.com. I forget how much I'm charging. It's pennies on the dollars of the NASA budget or something like that. Head over to theplothole.com and you can order your official merchandise. We got t-shirts, we got mugs. I don't know, I might put some other stuff on there. Let me know which ones you like, which ones you don't. You can donate directly to the show, or you can head over to Patreon, www.patreon.com/theplothole1. You can become a Plot Hole producer for as little as $1 a month. Lots of fun stuff. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo the Patreon tiers, make them a little more interactive, more YouTube and podcast friendly. So kind of a combination of the two. Maybe do like some behind the scenes stuff where I'll invite you on to the show preview, or we might even have like a Plot Hole after show stream. I do those usually. I'm starting to do those more often every Friday night after the Plot Hole podcast on rockmetaltalk.com. Don't forget to tune in. This Friday we're going to have, or tonight actually, we're going to have FTFE and possibly Team Skeptic debating a flat earther. That should be fun. Well, I say debating, but I think it's going to be more of a discussion. Regardless, tune in, rockmetaltalk.com, 8 to 11 p.m. Central. That's Central Time. So if you go to bed somewhere else different, it's not going to be at 8 to 11, okay? Check your local listings and then do the thing that I do and forget. 8 to 11 Central. Team Skeptic's going to be on. I'm sorry. Fat to Flat Earth is going to be on. Team Skeptic is probably going to be on, but we'll see. He might have other things he has to do. And I totally get that. Go check those guys out if you want the more scientific explanations of everything that I was talking about. Check those guys out. Cyman Dan, Team Skeptic, Fight to Flat Earth, Red's Rhetoric, Where's Wally, Wolfie6020, so many more. And if I forgot to mention you, I apologize. I don't have a list. But you can check out the channels that I subscribe to. A lot of those guys will give you the scientific explanations, better scientific explanations than I can give you because I'm not a fucking scientist. I don't want to say I'm science illiterate, but I am not the authority when it comes to scientific jargon. Anyway, tune in Friday night. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on tiers for the Patreons to kind of make it more accessible, kind of entice you guys to give me your money. Hey. And again, only if you can. Don't go out of your way to support me financially if you can. Best way to support me is hitting that subscribe button, giving us one of these. Yeah, remember, thumbs up, and we're clicking the bell. Don't forget, click the bell, thumbs up, finger guns, all that stuff. Share with your friends. Let them check out your videos. Let them check out my videos. Leave me a comment down in the comments. What are some of the fun and idiotic things that flat earthers have said to you or that you've seen? What are your top 10? What are your top 10 favorite dumb things flat earthers always say? Leave that down in the comments. I'm Johnny O from The Plot Hole. I hope you've had a good time. I know I have. If you love me, one of these. If you hate me, one of these. That's fine. Subscribe. Get My Ugly Mug in your device every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the least. I'm Johnny O from The Plot Hole. Love you guys. And don't forget, finger guns, baby. And now, a word from a very special guest.
Please subscribe.
Say it really good. Say it really loud.
Please subscribe.
One more time. Ready? And wait.